This is David with 110 Broadcast Group, and visiting with me by phone is Margaret Kobos, the founder and president of Oklahoma United. Margaret, welcome.
Thank you.
This is so exciting to have you on because we obviously are going to be discussing State Question 836, and I think, myself included, a lot of us go to the ballot box and there's state questions and we really don't have a clue what it's about. And when you read it on the ballot, and of course you're under time crunch there, it just is a bunch of legalese that makes no sense. So thank you for agreeing to kind of clarify this. First of all, let's talk about what is Oklahoma United.
Well, David, Oklahoma United is a nonpartisan grassroots voter advocacy organization, and we were founded to try to find a solution and research the issue of why Oklahomans are not voting. And we just want more voters voting, and we think that's healthy for government. That's why we are supporting State Question 836.
What exactly is this intended to do?
State Question 836 is all about opening primaries, so repealing our closed primary system. When we do our research, we hear all the time that Oklahomans feel their votes don't matter. And we are last in the U.S. in voter participation, and we just don't want to be last in anything, and certainly this seems very solvable, this problem of voting. So it gets down to pretty simple math. Our closed primary system is excluding, for the most part, nearly 500,000 independent registered voters, and it is the fastest growing group in Oklahoma, as it is around the country. And so if we want to not be last in voting, it makes sense to first bring everybody into the system. And then when you look at the election system and how they are funded with public money, our tax dollars, it also makes sense to Oklahomans around the state that we would all be treated the same and we would all have the same access and the same choices in front of us. So State Question 836 would enable an open primary system in which all voters would have the same ballot, a unified ballot. All the candidates would be listed on it. And instead of having separate primaries for Republicans and Democrats and independents, we would all see all the choices, and it would allow all of us to vote in every race. So we just think that that's where you have to start to make people feel that they matter by literally making them all matter. And then it also has a reverse consequence of bringing accountability from elected officials. So they would be more focused on issues that really matter to the real people of Oklahoma, and they would be accountable at every election for their performance. And so we're very excited about this policy. Our testing has indicated that Oklahomans strongly support it. It has been in the conversation in Oklahoma, the idea of open primaries and this particular system, for over 12 years. People in Oklahoma have been asking about it, researching it, proposing it. Even Lonnie Paxton, a couple of years ago, introduced legislation that would have enacted it, but it did not go any further in the legislature at the time. So this is an ongoing conversation. It's not like Oklahoma United came up with this solution. We're just trying to bring it forward, and thankfully, a lot of other groups and individuals have been working on this issue for a long time, so we're able to leverage the work that they've done and add to it by conducting listening sessions.
This really speaks to me because I've been here since '83 in Oklahoma, and I've always been registered as independent simply because I don't vote party, I vote the candidate. So I can find what I want in either side, Democrat or Republican, and I want the freedom to be able to vote accordingly. And I'm really prohibited. In some cases, I'm completely ostracized as an independent. So I really want to see this thing pass. And one of the things I want to touch on, Margaret, is the fact that some people are going to listen to this because we are so divided politically. And they're going to go, oh, well, Margaret's just trying to get more Democrats elected. You're actually a registered Republican.
I am. I'm a lifelong Republican. We're genetic Republicans going back 4 generations. And so I just believe in right and wrong,
Exactly.
And I believe that we have a system that is dividing us, and there's a lot of money being made in the effort to continue to divide us. And the people of Oklahoma want the money that is taxed and which we might contribute in donations. We want it to go to the real things that we want solved. We want great schools. We want clean water. We want wonderful communities. We want economic opportunities and business support. But we have a system that is really not interested in solving those problems because there's no accountability and there's no two-way street in terms of informing our legislators and our elected officials. Now, in local government, that's why I'm so excited about being able to come to Shawnee. The local towns in Oklahoma all operate with an open primary system today, every single one. There is no partisan election in a municipality in Oklahoma. So we can see that local accountability and progress is really killing it. These small towns, Pryor, Tishomingo, Shawnee, Elk City, all have wonderful Main Street programs. They all have vibrant communities, and they have new coffee shops springing up everywhere and really great things. What we want to see is an effective state partner with the capital in Oklahoma City. And the only way to do that is to take the great ideas and the great talent from our smaller communities and bring that to bear in state government.
You mentioned, Shawnee, you're coming here on Monday the 27th to First United Bank there at MacArthur and Harrison at 6 p.m. It's called the Common Sense Club for obvious reasons. I mean, that's self-explanatory. This is just common sense. If we can get this moving forward, at some point there's going to be a requirement to get voters to sign. Will they be able to do that through voteyes836.com, or will that at least direct them to where they can go?
Yes, Vote Yes 836 is our website, and that is the state question website that we would love for everyone to get their name on our mailing list. We have to wait for 90 days for objections, and then there might be some court wrangling to get that certified for gathering signatures. But when that happens, we're getting busy, and we're already planning for volunteers to help us get signatures so that we can make sure that this is on a ballot in front of the people of Oklahoma in November of 2026.
Fantastic. Okay, so once again, Monday, the 27th, 6 p.m. at First United Bank there at Harrison and MacArthur. Margaret, you will be there speaking, is that correct?
Yes, we have a panel with some other speakers, including the Oklahoma Academy is sending someone, myself. We have a wonderful panel. It's a public, open question-answer. This is a very, very simple proposal. It's something we're already doing in Shawnee and every other city in Oklahoma, and we just want to make sure that everybody gets the facts about this question. So we're very excited.
I will certainly be there at First United Bank Monday the 27th, 6 p.m. Again, folks, Monday the 27th, First United Bank there at Harrison and MacArthur, 6 p.m., and I will see you all there. Margaret, thanks again.
Thank you, David.